A recipe I trialled recently was this limoncello tiramisu. I'm trying to bulk up the offerings for our new summer menu, and this is something that you don't see every day, and I think it does fit quite well with the rest of our menu. So the reason we do these little trials is to make sure that the recipe is good and to get any mistakes out of the way, so that when it actually goes onto the menu, it's absolutely the best it can be. So it's always better to get any mistakes out of the way now rather than when we are selling it to the public. And let me tell you, I did make some mistakes while making this one, so I'll explain as we go. So the first thing I'm making here is the lemon curd, which is the bright yellow sauce that goes on the very top. I say bright yellow, this is actually one of the first mistakes I made here. I didn't have any normal white sugar, so I substituted for brown demerara sugar, and then it slightly dulled the brightness of the curd. Not really a huge issue, it doesn't affect the flavour too much. In fact, it probably even tastes better with this brown sugar, but I just don't like the muted yellow colour, and we'll definitely switch back to white sugar for the next batch. So once the curd mixture is combined, it goes into a tray and then into the oven. You do have to constantly stir so it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan, but you'll know when it's done when you end up with this amazing consistency here. I poured it into a jug, covered it with cling film and set it aside to cool slightly while I moved on to the next step. You don't want it to cool completely though, because the next stage is adding the butter. The residual heat from the curd should be enough to melt the butter, but if it is too hot, the butter might split. I don't really have an excuse for the next mistake, it's one that I've made before when making tiramisu, so I should have known better. That said, it was mostly an accident. So here I'm trying to whip the double cream to stiff peaks. If you've ever watched the Great British Bake Off, you'll know exactly what that's supposed to look like. But while I was mixing, I started fanning about with the tripod and ended up over whipping the cream. When you go past stiff peaks, it turns into clotted cream, which is exactly what happened, and if you keep going past that, you'll even end up with butter. As soon as I fixed the tripod in place, the cream was basically done. You can see inside the bowl there that it's probably at stiff peaks now. But instead of stopping the KitchenAid, I turned the mixer accidentally up to 10 and then it's game over, man.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Luckily, I had a bit of cream left over, so I was able to remake the batch later. But before that, the next stage is the lemon cream, the main body of the tiramisu. It starts with sugar and egg yolks, which get whipped together. I always love watching this bit, how something that starts off brown and yellow turns almost completely white just from whipping. Very satisfying. So to that mixture I add some lemon zest and juice, then a tablespoon of vanilla extract and a generous glug of the main event, Italian limoncello. After that it's time to fold in the mascarpone, and just for good measure I threw in a bit of the lemon curd too. Once that's done, it all gets folded into the whipped cream, so time to redo that. This time I kept a closer eye on it, and if anything I probably stopped a little bit too early, but it came out okay. Fold the whipped double cream into the lemon mixture and you're ready to build. In a classic tiramisu, the ladyfingers are dipped in coffee, but here they're taking a quick bath in a 50-50 mix of limoncello and water. Layer soaked fingers, cream, more fingers, more cream, then finish with a generous swirl of lemon curd. Let the whole dish chill overnight so it can set, and the result was unbelievable. One of the best desserts I've ever made, and it's heading straight on the summer menu. So with the new Clydeside location now officially opening in August, you'll be able to try it there on day one. So what do you think? Did you enjoy this? Do you want to try it? Let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you to everyone who supported this new YouTube channel so far. It's been a lot of extra work and I'm not as consistent with it yet as I'd like to be, but we'll get there. The channel will grow and evolve over time, no doubt, so thanks again for being here at the start of the journey. I really hope I can keep making stuff that you enjoy for years to come. Ciao.